In this lecture, we will learn about the power and logarithmic functions that the Python math module gives us access to. At the top of the program, we need to import the math module. The exp function will return e raised to the power of the number we specify. For example, let's print out math.exp with 2 passed in. When we run the code, notice that 7.389 was printed to the console. The expm1 function will return e raised to the power we specify minus 1. Let's print out the result of math.expm1 with 2 passed in. When we run the code, notice that 6.389 was printed to the console. Recall that our last result was 7.389, so this is indeed that number minus 1. The log function will give us the logarithm of the number we pass in. For example, let's print out math.log and pass in 100. When we run the code, you will notice that 4.605 was logged to the console. The log1p function will give us the natural logarithm of 1 plus x. For example, let's print out math.log1p and pass in 100. When we run the code, you will notice that 4.615 was printed to the console. To get the base 2 logarithm of a number, we can use the log2 function. For example, let's print out the result of math.log2 and pass in 100. When we run the code, you will notice that 6.643 was logged to the console. The log10 function will allow us to get the base 10 logarithm of the number we specify. For example, we can print out math.log10 and pass in 100. When we run the code, you will notice that 2 was printed to the console. The math module's pow function allows us to raise a specified number to a specified power. For example, let's print out the result of math.pow and pass in 2 as the first argument and 3 as the second argument. This will raise 2 to the third power. When we run the code, notice that 8 was printed to the console. To get the square root of a number, we can use the square root function. For example, let's print out math.sqrt and pass in 25. When we run the code, you will notice that 5 was logged to the console. In the next lecture, we will learn about the trigonometric functions that the Python math module gives us access to.